Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the intriguing world of rare and valuable coins, specifically focusing on the UK 3 pence. These small, often overlooked coins can actually fetch significant amounts at auction. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about rare currency, this video will explore the top 3 rarest and most valuable UK 3 pence coins ever minted. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the 1937 UK 3 pence coin. Now, this particular coin holds a special place in numismatic history for several reasons. It's one of the rarest and most expensive 3 pence coins ever produced. But why is the 1937 coin valued at around $1,000? Let me walk you through the historical context to give you a clearer picture. The UK in 1937 was in a period of recovery. The country had just emerged from the Great Depression, and at the same time, King George VI had taken the throne following his brother Edward VIII's abdication. Amid this backdrop, the design of the 3 pence coin was updated to feature a youthful portrait of King George VI on the obverse the front of the coin. On the reverse, we see a beautifully symbolic design, featuring a sprig of thistle, a rose, and a shamrock. These symbols represent Scotland, England, and Ireland, countries that, at the time, made up the United Kingdom. The design reflected the political unity of the UK, emphasizing the strength of the Union in a time of political change. But what really makes the 1937 3 pence coin so special? During this period, the demand for coins was incredibly high, as the Royal Mint worked tirelessly to produce enough currency for circulation. However, they didn't mint enough of the 1937 3 pence coins to meet that demand. As a result, most of these coins either got lost, circulated extensively, or became worn out over time, meaning few of them survived in good condition. In fact, finding a 1937 3 pence in even decent condition is extremely rare today. After decades of circulation, most of these coins are scratched, tarnished, or faded beyond recognition. But the ones that did manage to survive in near-mint condition are worth a lot, sometimes fetching up to $2,200 or even more at auction. Another reason why these coins are so valuable is due to a small number of them having minting errors. Some of these 1937 3 pence coins were struck with flaws in the die or had inconsistencies during the minting process. These error coins are highly prized by collectors because they're even rarer than their standard counterparts. In pristine, uncirculated condition, these coins can command a hefty price, sometimes reaching values far beyond the typical $2,000 to $100 range. So, what's the secret to understanding the value of these coins? The key factor is their condition. If you happen to find a 1937 3 pence coin that's essentially in perfect, untouched condition, you could be sitting on a real treasure. The most highly sought-after coins are those that have survived decades of circulation without suffering from scratches, discoloration, or other damage. These pristine examples can fetch an impressive price because they represent a nearly flawless piece of history. If you think about it, the fact that these coins were used in everyday transactions, exchanging hands countless times, makes it all the more remarkable that any of them survived in such perfect condition. Most coins from this era show signs of wear due to their use in commerce. The ones that made it through without significant damage are the true rarities. Now, let's talk a little about error coins, because these are another exciting aspect of coin collecting. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, and the result is a coin with a defect. But these errors aren't something you should overlook. They can actually increase the value of a coin significantly. For example, some 1937 3 pence coins were struck with misalignments in the design, blurry inscriptions, or incomplete images. While these flaws may seem like imperfections to the untrained eye, they are considered highly desirable by collectors, as they represent a rare occurrence in the minting process. These error coins often sell for far more than their standard counterparts, especially if the error is particularly noticeable, or if the coin is in good condition overall. The rarer and more unique the error, the higher the price it can command at auction. Some of these error coins have been known to fetch astronomical prices, sometimes making them the crown jewels of any collection. To sum up, the value of a 1937 3 pence coin boils down to 2 major factors: its condition and any potential minting errors. If you find one of these coins in excellent condition, especially if it has an error, you've got something that could be worth a significant amount of money. And if you happen to be lucky enough to own one, keep it safe. It could be the gem of your collection. Next on our list is the 1942 UK 3 pence coin. The year 1942 was pivotal in the context of World War II. The UK was deeply entrenched in the conflict, with resources stretched to their limits. As you can imagine, this had a significant impact on the economy, and one of the areas most affected was the production of everyday items, coins being no exception. During the war, the Royal Mint, which was accustomed to producing large volumes of coins, had to make several adjustments due to the shortage of raw materials. Normally, the 3 pence coins were struck from a combination of copper and nickel, but as the war progressed, these metals became scarce. In response, the Royal Mint switched to an alternative alloy, which included zinc and tin. This shift in materials resulted in a noticeable change in the appearance of the coin. To collectors today, this variation is one of the reasons the 1942 3 pence is considered a rare and sought-after piece. Let's break down what makes this coin stand out. The new alloy used in the production of the 1942 3 pence gave the coin a distinct appearance. It had a more subdued, muted tone compared to previous years' coins, which were made from copper-nickel. The new version wasn't as bright and polished as its predecessors. While this might have been seen as a downgrade at the time, today, it's one of the features that make this coin unique and valuable to collectors who appreciate its wartime production. But the changes didn't stop there. The texture and finish of the coin weren't the only things affected by the switch in materials. Some of the 1942 3 pence coins were struck using incorrect dies, which led to further imperfections. As a result, the intricate designs on the reverse side of the coin, the thistle, rose, and shamrock representing Scotland, England, and Ireland, sometimes appeared blurry, misaligned, or even misshapen. These errors are what makes certain 1942 3 pence coins even more valuable. When a coin is struck with the wrong die, the result can be a design that's less sharp or misaligned. While most people might view these imperfections as flaws, collectors see them as rare and desirable traits. Coins with errors, especially those that feature blurry or off-center designs, are highly prized and can fetch higher prices at auction. If you manage to find a 1942 3 pence coin in mint condition, it could be worth around $1,700 or more. But if the coin happens to be one of the rare variants with an error, particularly one where the design is notably misaligned or blurry, its value could go well beyond that. So, what exactly makes the 1942 3 pence coin so valuable? As with any rare coin, it boils down to 2 main factors: condition and rarity. While the regular 1942 3 pence in good condition can still fetch a decent price, a coin that exhibits the distinct texture from the wartime alloy shift, or one with a striking minting error, is far more valuable. These coins were struck during a time of extreme circumstances amid the backdrop of a world war, with severe metal shortages and the need to prioritize resources for the war effort. This makes them not only rare, but also historically significant, making them highly desirable to collectors. Finding a well-preserved 1942 3 pence coin is already a rare occurrence. But if you happen to stumble upon one with an error or in exceptional condition, you could find yourself with a valuable piece of history. Over time, these coins have only grown in value as collectors have come to recognize their rarity and the unique circumstances under which they were produced. In summary, the 1942 UK 3 pence coin serves as a fascinating reminder of wartime Britain, where every resource had to be carefully managed. The changes in materials, design errors, and limited mintage all contribute to making this coin an important addition to any collection. So, if you happen to find one, especially one with a minting error, it's certainly worth holding on to. The demand for historical coins like this continues to rise, and their value only increases with time. By 1943, the UK was still heavily involved in World War II, and much like the previous years, the Royal Mint faced significant challenges in producing enough currency to meet the country's needs. The wartime demand for metal was immense, and this placed enormous strain on available resources. As a result, the Royal Mint had to get creative with the materials they used to strike coins. Just like the 1942 3 pence, the 1943 version was made from a blend of copper, zinc, and tin. This shift occurred due to ongoing shortages of copper and nickel, both of which were essential for the war effort. The use of these new materials resulted in subtle changes to the coin's appearance and texture compared to earlier, pre-war versions. While most 1943 3 pence coins were made using this new wartime alloy, some have additional features that make them particularly interesting. Due to the limited resources and the intense pressures of wartime production, a small number of these coins were struck using faulty dies, which led to some notable minting errors that are highly coveted by collectors today. Some of these 1943 3p coins were struck with misaligned designs. This means the various details on the coin, such as the symbols of the thistle, rose, and shamrock, don't line up as they should. In addition to misalignment, some coins exhibit what are known as blank spots. These are areas on the coin where the design should be, but simply isn't. These types of mistakes are referred to as struck through or misstruck, and they are incredibly rare. In the world of numismatics, error coins are a big deal. While the 1943 3p may not be as rare as its 1937 or 1942 counterparts, coins with errors are still highly valued. If you come across a 1943 3p with a misalignment or blank spot, you could be holding a coin worth much more than the typical $800 for an uncirculated one. Collectors who specialize in error coins are always on the lookout for these types of minting mistakes, as they offer a unique and exciting addition to their collections. If you happen to find one of these Mr. coins in good condition, it could fetch a price far above the standard market value. That being said, even if your 1943 3p doesn't have any errors, it can still be worth a considerable amount. Coins from this era, especially those that have survived decades of circulation and wear, can still fetch up to $800 or more, depending on their condition. Condition is key when it comes to coin valuation. Coins that are in mint or near mint state, with minimal wear, will always be worth more. So whether it's because of its historical significance, its unique wartime composition, or the possibility of rare minting errors, the 1943 3p remains a highly sought-after coin for collectors. If you happen to find a 1943 3p in excellent condition, you could expect to get around $800 for it. But much like the 1937 and 1942 versions, if you find a coin with a major minting error, it could be worth much more. To wrap up, the 1937, 1942, and 1943 UK 3p coins stand out as some of the most expensive and rarest coins still in circulation today. Whether due to their historical importance, unique design flaws, or simply surviving in excellent condition, these coins have earned their place in numismatic history. As a result, they continue to fetch impressive sums at auction. If you're a coin collector, or even just starting to get into it, keep an eye out for these hidden gems. You never know, you might just come across one in your pocket change or at a local coin shop. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below and tell me which rare coin you'd love to add to your collection. And if you're interested in more content on rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit the subscribe button. See you next time.